There's a situation regarding Mustafizur Rahman as far as his participation in the IPL is concerned. Well, remember, he was just signed by Delhi Capitals as a replacement for Jake Fraser-McGurk, but then despite that, Mustafizur Rahman might not be able to play for Delhi Capitals. Now, let's just take a look at the timeline as to what has really transpired after his signing and why he still might not be able to represent DC in the 2025 edition of the IPL here. Now, the latest update that there is that yesterday, Delhi Capitals signed Mustafizur Rahman to replace Jake Fraser-McGurk. Now, this is something that DC made it public, that the Bangladesh bowler is going to replace the Australian opener for the remainder of their 3 IPL matches here. But the more latest update that we have for you here is that the Bangladesh Cricket Board has made it clear that there has been no official communication either by Delhi Capitals or by the player as far as Mustafizur's participation in the 2025 IPL is concerned. BCB source, he said in a statement, and I quote, "We have not received any communication from the IPL officials, also not received any official communications from Mustafizur either." And if we take a look at the most important keywords here, we talk about any official communication. It's not just about the fact that maybe a Delhi Capitals franchise stakeholder would have represented or spoken to a BCB official. It's also about seeking a no objection certificate. So it's not in the case that Delhi Capitals have also not approached the BCB for an NOC here, and so has been the case with Mustafizur Rahman, that the player has also not approached the Bangladesh Cricket Board to seek a no objection certificate. And in that particular case, if BCB does not really grant something to Mustafizur Rahman, assuming he puts out a request for it, then he might not be available to play for Delhi Capitals in the IPL. But also there's one more twist here. Bangladesh are set to tour UAE for a 2-match T20I series, and guess what? Mustafizur Rahman is on the flight there. Well, he just put out a latest tweet in which he said that heading to UAE to play against them, keep me in your prayers. So which clearly means that he is going to be part of the Bangladesh squad for the 2 T20Is against the UAE. Now, which basically calls for the biggest question here. Who will Mustafizur Rahman play for? Now, let's take a look at the important fixtures. Bangladesh are going to take on UAE in a total of 2 T20Is, which will be played on May 17th and 19th. And May 17th is also an important date because that is when the IPL resumes. Now, shortly after that, Bangladesh are going to tour Pakistan for a total of 5-match T20I series, which will be played between May 25 and June 3rd, which is also where the all-important matches of IPL will take place, the playoff matches. And obviously, assuming Delhi Capitals reach the final, they will also play the Summit Clash on June 3rd. And DC's IPL games, the league stage games, are on May 18, 21st and 24th. So now if we go by, all these fixtures, there's a chance that Mustafizur Rahman might be available for DC's IPL games here. Now, assuming that he is a part of the Bangladesh, UAE, T20s, which he obviously is, then there's a chance that he might not be available for the May 18th game because the 2 T20s against UAE are on 17th and 19th, and Bangladesh might not release him, which means that he would still be available for the May 21st and 24th game of Delhi Capitals. However, if the BCB does not really grant him a NOC, assuming he still seeks it, well, then there's a chance that DC might have to do without Mustafizur Rahman, and they will have to continue playing without him in the remainder of the tournaments, and which would also mean that Mustafizur Rahman would still be a part of the Bangladesh squad, not just for the UAE series, but also for the Pakistan T20Is. It is a complex situation in which a Delhi Capitals franchise, they've signed, Mustafizur Rahman, but then NOC hasn't been sought either by the player or by the franchise, if BCB's statement is to be believed. What do you make about all this situation, about all this complexity that is there around Mustafizur Rahman's latest IPL signing? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for all the exciting updates and analysis from the sporting world. Until then, on behalf of my producer Shivam, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye.